afternoon, everybody, evening, morning, whatever it might be where you are. I have been told that the event quest for the Cryo Minion is super good, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I have never done it myself, but I wanted to make sure that I got it done before it was over, and that last day is today. I am a little slow on it, I apologize, but here we go. Lady Ayoyo, one storied adventure as promised. Blessings of the 12 upon ye. My name's Oyoyo. Cannoneer First Class with the Yellow Jackets. Is an honor to have you on board. Did I mention that the Yellow Jackets were in charge of this year's festivities, not only in decorating these fairly mountain streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them? Lady Aoyo here is quite the spot in all matters incendiary and explosive, and it was fallen, excuse me, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory. Me and the other lads and lasses of the Cannoneers whipped up a load of... Loverly little drakes, snakes, and devils for the Moonfire Fair, but more so ain't going to cut it for the rising. 'Cause it's all about remembering those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite specialer than a bunch of old bangers. An admirable sentiment. I'm sure it would do for our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's rising one of the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget. Took the words right out of my mouth, dearie. Thing is, I've been hardly set foot out of Glimpsa these days. I don't reckon I'm the best place to know what's going on through the minds of the citizens of this fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across this land that we love and knows its people intimately. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, I can read tonight, I swear, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt adverse. Let us learn them. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? I could do with some learning of these thoughts myself. Right then, where best to start asking around? Some place a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Aetheryte Plaza down on the lower decks? We two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizational committee. I shall await thee by the aft castle. You see them lights down Ocker's Alley, dearie? Decorations for the festival they are. Every year when the streets are decked out for the Rising, me art fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came here to find out how other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley, and ask a few likely-looking comers each. We are on a schedule here, so don't ask everyone you see. 4 or 5 should do the trick. I'll meet you down by the ferry docks when you're done. Go talk to 5 villagers. Oh my gosh, Glimpsa's so busy. Welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? Information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the whizzing and banging of that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the Grand Companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting off fire sprouts. and all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colors, let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us, but all that noise served its purpose nonetheless, drowning the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They represent visions of loveliness, of togetherness, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Makes sense. I mean, when people are dying and or about to go off to war to die, it makes sense that you need something that makes you feel better. Streets are full of life, the sky is full of fire, and the westerly winds fill in our seafarers' sails as it does our hearts. Ah, I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? Hopping at the fireworks, you say. Good on you, lass. I have a few memories back then, if you've an ear to hear them. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Rad's at Hun when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky, and the loathsome lantern that hung so low in it. Like most folk, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after, but I'll never forget those faces. That's what I love so much about the fireworks. You see the same face looking up, but it's this time with a smile. It reminds you that not only bad times, but how we get over them. Can you see them too, my love? You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them. Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from afar out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I asked is that my husband is out there now. He's meant to be back by rising night, but it seems he didn't turn in his favor. He was looking so forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, that we can share them together, no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. Aww. This is so sweet already. And I know a lot of people don't like the non-voice acted stuff. I kind of want to explore the non-voice acted stuff, so please feel free to comment below how you would feel about watching quest lore videos, as long as they are read aloud to you. Oh, right there. Anything I can do for you? You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks. I would have thought a great hero like you would have better things to do with your time, but I suppose that's what makes you a hero, huh? Helping people out whichever way you can. Well, I'm sure most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. Swim up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging is about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but happy I'm not, and grateful to Darren saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope that they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself, that they might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Touch the shiny wait button. She's so cute. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what did you find out? Same as I was expecting. Half of them just expecting to look at pretty lights, but it seems feelings run a lot deeper than that. Memories of the calamity still sit heavy on their hearts, but the rise in fireworks go some way to lift in that weight. So any ideas for the grand display? What kind of dye I reckon it... I cannot fucking read weird dialogue out loud. It hits my tongue weird, and it makes me feel like a dipshit. What kind of thing do you reckon I uplift those spirits the most. Something that reminds people of the past, something that's grand and flashy, something that gives people hope for the future. Hope for the future, eh? That ain't a bad idea. Reminded folk that however dark the night, dawn is just around the corner. The rising ain't just about mourning those we lost, after all. It is about remembering the struggles of those who survived to steer us to a brighter future. And that's it. That's what Limson needs, this rising. Ships, cannons, a departure salute, not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for further shores, a vision of the past and of the future. An old bleeding armada, filling Galadian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? The fireworks in the background are so cool. That settled them. The minstrel's going to love it. He said he'd be at the aft castle, right? I'll see you there. Our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it. Whoa. He's a little funny looking. I never really examined him up close, but he's a little funny looking. I see, a traditional seafaring salute not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Thanks, the both of you, but our work ain't done yet. There's a lot that needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you would mind but helping us out a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know what you've got your loins good and girded. Right then, let's get this started, shall we, dearie? The plan is, we're going to line up to the old fleet ships across the bay and have them fire broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but it ain't exactly the silverest tongue, nor much experience nobbing with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a word, won't ya? Of course, milady, your cause is ours. Thanks, you dears. Together to the Coral Tower. Also, since I do intend to be doing little questing videos about some of the side quests and some of the raid quest lines and stuff like that, please feel free to also let me know if you like better this view when we are talking to NPCs. I feel like it adds a little bit more immersion to it, so please let me know your thoughts. Anyway, last I had the privilege of meeting with Commodore was around the time of the Calamity. I had been arrested for the conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Sure it was, my guy. Some other scurrious soul had been singing of sedition. If not for Rayner and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivocation. Shall we then? Wanting to make the Rising display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I had imagined. Ayoyo, need I remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is the keeping of the peace. Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbor, but it is sure to ferment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan? I do, Commander. Every Lamonson and every Eorzea still bears scars of the calamity, all that loss, hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. But the Rising ain't just about looking to the past, it's about looking to the future too. And it's our duty to watch over folk, keep them on the straight and narrow, like I reckon is our duty to see them off on another year's journey too. Well put. I accept that your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to exactly who will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours. Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship and the rest from the Black Sails. He's like, the Black Sails, are you kidding me? Of course, of course. One is one to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Eorzea would have us parley with the three great pirate captains and remind them of the civic duty, it seems. That's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was fallen, fought and died at the Cardinal, same as the rest of us. When they hear about the plan to salute all those who are fallen, all those who didn't, I doubt they'll answer the call again. I don't doubt they'll answer the call again. Apologies. I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well, then. Allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all of my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go to speak with pirates, lawless marauders. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. Lily's like, me never! I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the three factions to the ancient yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. Don't mind the Makoti butt right here. As I was trying to talk to a yo-yo here. Cheers for sticking with me, you two. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations as well. Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the sea, will provide less biddable partners than Commodore Raynor did. While Rousen of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Carvalian of the Kraken's Arms is much more mercenary-minded. The other executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. Is there aught that unites them? Is it a zealous? If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion that we might inflame theirs. If it is passion you're after, I've got that in bleeding bucket loads. But I might need you two to jump in again, because me tongue decides to tie itself up in an inch. Just say that the first thing comes into your minds, and I'll pick up after. I know the feeling. I have that problem too. Come on then, dearies. Lead on over to the anchor yard and get this party started. Oh, they looking grumpy. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help you with the rise in fireworks. And the answer is no. When my sirens fire broadside, it's to send enemies to the bottom of the briny, not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to do with our time. It is a rare occurrence, to be sure, but I find that my opinion aligns with Rajvan's. Our time is precious, as I am sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men, so unless there's anything else... No profit? How sad is it that the Caroline should lose his nose for coin? I did not come here to be insulted. If you know of a method by which the Krakens might stand to gain from this that I do not, then state it, or else hold your tongue. Better yet, allow me to hold it for you. The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm together in the city, personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, and if they saw you a lot working and in the maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge and pole would be up to doing business with you. I do believe you have a point, poorly phrased though it might be. To win legitimate business, one might project the image of a legitimate businessman. I mean, who'd have thunk it? Sold your image and sold anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens? If you won't consider them customers, consider them quarry. Ha, you do realize our pillage and every ship we see are long gone. Quarry my ass. The sanguine sirens aren't all about the pirate in life, though, are you? You run aim houses for the sick and injured and those with child. Keep themselves busy with odd jobs such as come their way. Then your hunters and the folk who are drawn to the city to see the grand display. Your quarry. I have a really hard time voicing her weird, like, annotated language. I see where you're going with this, with the girls setting up stalls, selling food and grog and the like, and they'd like to make a killing, providing that they'd all the right permissions from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend him a hand and myself. They do say the best way to a man's heart is through his What are the executioners? There's no dishonor in linking arms with Admiral Melub and the Maelstrom, surely. You Yellow Jacket, I want you to tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limp Salamanca, the greatest port in all the realm, yet you could find this fleet of flyers without your help. You come begging for it. Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising the most. The black sails only come together because of the Cardinal. Yeah, we could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no, you fought like demons on those cursed flats, made heroes of yourselves, and martyrs. The way I see it, it's only right that those who lost the most when they stood to gain the least should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing, too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more and more. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those whose new beginnings already begun. So it's all for our own good, is it? I'm heading back to the Australia. Send word when we've hammered out the details to this display. We shall see what we can do. Aye, aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you, can I? We lost the good people back then in the carts now. Let's send them all off with a bloody great bang. I will join you on one condition, that in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you again. What? I never forced you to do nothing. You'll keep your hands off if you want to keep 'em, ye randy bastard. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bet you would do. My ships will not ready themselves. So cute. Oh my goodness, there's so many people here. Love it. And Breathe. Gods, I was so nervous. I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could have never got him on our side without you. Right then, time to put the finishing touches on this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful. I just know it. Oh, and about your reward, I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new beginnings, lass. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. You did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Io and for all those who love the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall be ever grateful. I shall expect to be some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together. Yes. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement for all those who sail to unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears. Absolutely. Oh? Greetings, warrior of light. This world that exists outside your reality, could it be a dream, a flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us, yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshadowed future. Many adventures yet await. We should continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow ever greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path, and to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the most rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray with all our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining on this journey, hereto and hereafter. Is that a message from the devs? Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky. Rising night, perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right there, right now, we look into the same sky. and thought the paths that lie ahead of us may lead in very different directions. Sometime, someplace, they may cross again. How cute! That was a really cute little dev message there. I like that a lot. That was very thoughtful. 'Tis almost time for the display to begin, the consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people far of this fair city. A salute for the departed, and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Ooh. From eastern sky to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends. The voices stir of wind and waves, of ropes, of sails, of friends, who like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, yet unlit set sail for foreign lands, may fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories of friends you're asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus, and you dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail off of the horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath the same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure, reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one, a fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this world, we should meet once more in a 12 months' time and look up to the same sky together. Aww. That was really, 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 really cute. You have unlocked a toy chest. Open the toy chest found on any room to play mini games. Additionally, certain notable personages have been seen to frequent the anchor yard this rising. Do the same and you might be greeted with an unexpected encounter. For 11's sake. That was very, 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 very cute. I think that was absolutely awesome. A soft westerly wind blows across the anchor yard. Enjoy the breeze a while. Yes. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see. Praetor of the Drowning Wench, the Chief of the Bismarck, the Admiral herself. Loli, this is a coincidence. Raina was just telling me of the role that you played putting the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in my city to witness it were as moved as I. I salute to all those who set sail for new adventures. It shall surely resound in their hearts and give them strength and courage in the years to come. And a salute to the fallen, too, was it not? Many and more lost their lives on the fields of Cartano, the men and women of the Black Sails, chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived them this chance to put their grief to more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations of unmistakable touch of salt, too. This year's rising was not merely in Limsa but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow our example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I'm sure that I have kept you from your business far too long already, and I must return to mine. I must offer my prayer to Limelin and be on my way. Fare you well, Lowly. I wish you safe voyages for the year to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Aw, very cute. Your footsteps approaching. You turn and see the head chief of the Bismarck. Well, 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 I come to see Lyman's breath on me face, only to find the faithless besom whispering in the ear of another. How you been keeping, Lowly? I hear we've got you to thank for the rise in display. I've been singing your praises from the fisherman's bottom to the coral tower. What? Surprised? I know her. Limps is a small place, lass. Hardly a day goes by I don't see a yellow jacket or several in the Bismarck, whether it is to sup on the finest food and wine on this side of the sea, or to clap the irons on those who've tapped the casks a touch too many. Suppose an adventurer like you might have noticed, always coming and going as you are, but stick around the city for a while, you'll see the yellow jackets ain't accents for hire. They're true friends of the common folk. Aoyo was a retainer before the calamity struck, you know. Our master had a thing for fireworks. Every time they came back from the wardens, they'd load her down with an underway, spouts and spinners they'd picked up from God knows where. Day and night you'd see her low down in the market ward, beaming at that sunny smile of hers at every passers-by, trying her damnedest to flog the stuff. Enjoyed the work, I reckon, but the element fell and she lost her master, literally lost him. The way she tells it is, it were as if the calamity burdened and old in her memory. They fell straight through. Couldn't remember their face, not their name, nor their name. Apologies. But she never forgot the fireworks, the amount of gunpowder that went through her, and over the years she couldn't help learning about making things go bang. An apprenticeship with the cannoneers later, she was a yellow jacket. So when I heard they were the ones who'd been putting together the Rise and display, I knew she'd be the first to volunteer. The Rise and the fireworks, they mean a lot to her. As a friend, they mean a lot to me. So thank you. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. If it ain't me old pal Lowly, here to beg the old bird for guidance too, are ye? Said you. and in this year's fireworks, and not a bad job you made of them either. You met Shidobi down in Hawker's Alley. I sent her to pick up some stock for the wench, but you know she brought me back only a bottle of bleeding Bacchus. Paid for it out of her own pocket she did, to thank me again for saving her life. Don't know why she's so hung up about it. The girl's paid me back 100 times over with all her hard work over the years. Felt a bit bad accepting it, like, but well, Bacchus is a bottle of Bacchus. Reckon it's you we should be thanking anyway for that marvelous display. At the ships in the harbor, the fire in the sky, it brought back a lot of memories. Some good, some bad, but every one of them well worth remembering. And we ain't done making them yet. You'll be off to the next adventure soon enough, I wager. Well, you can rightly be striding on an empty stomach, can ye? Come up to the winch and we'll fill your belly. Very cute. Very, very cute. Yes. So, I liked that quest, honestly. I think that was really, really cute. Especially, like, that little vision. And you get the brushed up Krill. I love Krill. She is one of my favorite characters. That will be one of the main event rewards for this particular event. I am happy with it, quite honestly. I think it was really cute. I really liked the additional dev message that they did. with the little vision. I actually thought that was very, very adorable. Yay! Now I have my own little Grail. He's so cute. Look at it. Just look at him. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and I hope you guys have been having a wonderful week thus far. If you enjoyed the video, and if you would enjoy more commentated extra questing for Final Fantasy XIV, please don't forget to hit that like button, share it out if you can, and throw me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you. I appreciate you. Stay safe. Don't forget to stay hydrated and have a wonderful night.